Welcome, welcome, Leah. We are so excited here at the Michael L. Johnson Jr. Foundation to really have a conversation with you and say congratulations again about your two sons being recipients for the 2021 A Sunshine's Christmas. We are so excited to add you guys to our family this year.
I'm blessed and honored.
Oh, no, the blessing is all for us. Yeah. We're so happy to be able to be a part of your world. Thank you for letting us be a part of your world. We truly have been blessed with some fabulous donors this year that really helped us up the ante to give back. So we're grateful for that and so grateful for you.
That's amazing. Thank you for the opportunity and for blessing me with this, because honestly, it's kind of hard. You know, I'm a single mom. I have my 3 boys and I have my 2 special ones. So it's like, it's really, I just moved in. I was under a lot of financial stress. So everything just came out to, you know, I feel really honored and I'm grateful for you guys. Are amazing parents, people, great hearts. You guys are doing an amazing job, just everything. So I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Leah. Thank you. So let's start off by talking about your 2 little superheroes that are just absolutely darling.
Thank you.
Photos with me, and they are the cutest little things. Yes. So tell us about your boys.
Well, I have my 3 boys. So I have my 2. My oldest one is Daniel. He's about to be 7 now, January 14th. He's very unique. I love his uniqueness. Like, he has this little like things that he does, which is like amazing. I don't know. He's so different, and he makes you see the world like in a different view. And my second one, Isaiah, he's gonna be 5 now in March, and he's like his brother's keeper as well. He's very, you know, they're best friends. They love each other. I mean, obviously they're 2 years apart. They have their little moments. They fight a lot about everything. You know, they don't want to share. But at the end of the day, when you ask them who their best friends is Daniel and Isaiah. So, yeah, and I mean, I'm very blessed, honestly. I mean, to have 3 little boys. I mean, my 2 are amazing, and it just, as a mom, it's so fulfilling, and to know that there's actually, like, I don't know, it's just an amazing feeling. I'm sorry, I lost for words.
No problem, no problem. So tell us, what are some of the signs that you noticed that your boys that prompted you to say that your boys, you wanted them to have them screened?
Actually, my mom, she's very like aware. So it's like around 6, when Daniel was around 6 or 7 months, she was like, oh, you know, there's some things, you know, just in case, I think, you know, there's some little signs I'm reading about. I just want to know, just go get him evaluated. I'm like, Mom, like, what are you talking about? He's fine. I see him normal. I thought everything was fine, normal. Like, I didn't have any suspect until like after a year old. Honestly, when he turned a year old, I gave him his vaccines, and then I noticed, like, he was saying mama, papa, tete, like a few words. He just stopped talking. He used to eat everything, avocado, eggs, and everything. He just stopped eating like some certain food that he used to eat. He stopped like talking. He barely said mama. He just was nonverbal. And then the eye contact was one of the biggest things that I didn't really even notice until they brought it to my attention. Like, he would look at me, you know, but I didn't notice it was like around other people. He wouldn't have like the same eye contact or acknowledge somebody walking in the room. He was like around like a year and a half. So, you know, those were a few things. That his meltdowns, I mean, I just thought that, you know, he was just having a hard day, or, you know, like, just happened. I didn't know he was my first child. I didn't have the experience or, like, you know, the knowledgement to know or what to look out for. So it's amazing. Like, I think it's wonderful that people are now giving so much awareness to autism, because it's something that you don't even see with the eye. You know, the naked eye, you don't see it unless you really know and you read, you know. But and nowadays it's like so many other kids are getting diagnosed, so many more cases. So it's like something that you see more. And every day I go to a park and I see, you know, a lot of children that are there with their therapists, and, you know, like, it's just, people have to be aware, you know. So it's good to know.
Well, I just want to commend you about hearing your mom. Um, I
Yeah.
feel like autism diagnoses can be very hard for any or everyone. It's all about how we process it. It's all about how we take it. And you were open to what your mom said. I think that speaks a lot about the respect that you have for your mom and
Yeah.
trusting in what she was telling you. And even though you couldn't see it because it was new to
Yeah.
you, your firstborn, so you felt like everything was on target, and your pediatrician obviously isn't saying anything at that time. So you're like, oh yeah, he's just going
Yeah.
along, you know. And so for mom to see that, because she's a mom, a
Yes.
veteran mom at that point,
Exactly.
you know, so for you to hear her, I think it's very important. And I just want to shed light on that for anyone that could be watching this and are like, well, someone did tell me maybe I should, but I was in denial about
Yeah.
really leaning into figuring out if that could be a possibility, because that could delay the help that they can get. And that closes that window where they still have the opportunity
To grow. Yes. Yes. Early intervention. I'm sorry
yes.
about
Yeah.
that. Early intervention is key. And I honestly, I didn't even care about like the diagnosis or the label, whatever. When they said this is the therapy that they need, I said, you know what, go ahead, start him with therapy. At 2 years old, he was doing behavioral, occupational, and speech, even though he wasn't verbal till he was 4.5.
Mm.
But he's still like, sorry, I just
Fine.
so yeah, it's just like I said, early intervention. That's something that like my son, as soon as they brought up that he might have had my second one, Isaiah, my 4-year-old, that he had like a behavioral issue. I thought it was just a bunch of changes that were going around in the house, and like the baby brother that just came. So I was like, oh well, maybe they need behavior therapy. So I'm like, oh perfect. He started it, and the change has been like already, I want to say a 360. Like it's just like it helps him out so much. He had a very hard time with his emotions, taking, just it was very hard on all of us. But
Yeah.
it's just everything, we stick together, and it's not even like people want to be in denial. Like at least for the father of my children, he was in denial. Like at the beginning, he didn't, he didn't want to press. That was his first son. I get it, but he still was like, you know what, let's do the therapy. I don't care about a label, nothing. I know my son's gonna be good. I just want whatever is gonna help him. He had like meltdowns. His things was like meltdowns.
Mhm.
He would have like 15-minute meltdowns, and I need to change routine. Like we didn't understand that. You have to do a lot of like with experience and research. 'Cause it's a
Yeah.
new thing every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to ask, how did your family respond to the diagnosis?
Um, well, my closest, like my sisters, my mom, my father doesn't live here, so it's really just like my mom's family here. They all like embraced it, honestly. Like they just were all trying to read about it. Like my mom was the first one that was like already knew everything before, but just like researching about it, watching YouTube videos, like talking to people, like just reading about it as well, like just so they knew how to react to him or how to avoid meltdowns or what triggered him. And so we all kind of like, there was nothing, it was good because we all like at the same time were like, okay, you know what, this is what it is, and we all did our part, and it worked. So
That's wonderful. That's wonderful because, if and when you have the opportunity to look at the other recipients that we've spoken with regarding the Sunshine's Christmas recipients this year, everybody's story is very different. Some families
Yeah.
were not accepting, and
Yeah.
it's truly something that we go through, and families are just like, no, you need to spank them. That old school mentality. You
Yes.
need to spank them, they're being bad, you need to spank them, or you just shouldn't tolerate that, or they really don't get there's something going on here. I'm kind of just taken aback by autism and how it slowly has really risen to the forefront of the world, actually, because of the fact that I wonder how many people had it long before we even knew what it was.
I even came, yes, I thought about that as well. I'm like, imagine how many adult autistic and that they don't know about it. They're on the spectrum. They don't even know about it.
Exactly. So what advice would you offer to a parent who has recently been entered into the ASD club, we'll call it?
Yes. Super moms club too, because they're superheroes, but we're the super moms,
Yes,
super dads.
absolutely.
In my case, it's just, but yes, for sure. I honestly, to just like get to know about it, to understand it, do research, like I said, just get get the help that they're offering, like don't be in denial, like just even if you don't want to believe it, just at least get the therapy so that the kids, have that opportunity, like you said, that little window that they have, like when it's early intervention, they actually progress. So just to like embrace it, and just it's so much to take in, and it's hard to like say. I'm not really that good with words, but I don't know, it's just the best. I mean, I think it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. Honestly, I'm like, God chose me for a reason for my children, and you just got to be strong and stick together and love him the way he is.
Absolutely. And that truly is a blessing that
Yes, he
you
is.
open to that you see that you stand in that, and you stand proudly in that. It's
I
not easy.
do.
First of all, let's just be real. Parenthood in general is not easy.
It's not easy.
It is not for the faint at heart. And
No.
when you add different disabilities, different ailments, different sicknesses, it
Yes.
elevates it to a whole nother level that is so stressful.
Yes.
And you really don't have time to deal with the stress per se, because it's your normal and you have to keep going. So
Exactly.
with that being said, what are you doing? I think this is important. I've asked this from a couple of our other recipients. What are you doing for your own self-care to help maintain your sanity? What are you doing to keep your mental health? Because we personally know it can be mentally taxing.
Oh, yes. And to be truly honest, yeah, it was the point. It was so stressful. It was like a lot of things going on. Like I said, I actually went to a psychologist to like help me, just because I really got to the point. It was a lot. Like I said, I was pregnant. I was be separating. It was like just a lot of stress at the same time. So like I honestly, and then handling that is a lot. And I couldn't, I mentally felt exhausted. I felt drained. And I just like, I need something to help me get out of like this. I was kind of getting depressed, and it was a lot to take on. I'm not going to say that it's easy, but I did get the help. I went for a little bit, I got my psychiatrist, I did a little medication just to get back to my normal self. Now I'm, but it was a lot. What else? Well,
I think that's huge in itself. I think the fact that you're sharing that it's okay to say I need help.
yes, it definitely is.
To say I need help. So again, kudos to you for being able to see the fact that you knew that you personally were breaking down. And if you were in the middle of separation, with your ex, then you want to make sure that what is happening in that space is not spilling over into this space.
Exactly.
Each entity has its own taxing, on your physical and your mental being. So the fact that you said, yeah, I'm going to have to tap out right here, because
I did. I tapped out.
I need somebody to pour into my cup because my cup is empty. So I need something to keep my fuel going. So again, kudos to you, because some people don't ask for that help, and it can turn out real ugly in a different way because of that. So
yes,
I love that you're transparent enough here in this forum to share that, to let people know it's okay to ask for help. So good.
It is okay. Yes, thank you. I mean, yeah, wasn't easy, but definitely worth it. I honestly, I'm at a better place right now. I'm just in every aspect now. I have more energy. I have more patience. I have more like, with my kids. Like now I'm more like more hands-on. Like, there got to a point that my mom had to, she was helping me as well. But yeah, it is okay to ask for help. And even if it's a medication, or if it's to see a psychiatrist or psychologist, just to get back to your norm, then it's good, because how are we going to take care of our children if our mental health, if we're drained, we don't physically have the energy, we have to do it. So we have to take care of ourselves first to be able to take care of everybody else.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So that was kind of hard. I mean, it was so it was good.
Yeah. So it's challenging.
Yes, that's the word.
Just being parents in general is challenging. But then when you add the component of having autistic children, that's just another challenge that, just tacks on there. So, but, like you said, at the end of the day, it's worth it, because these are your kids. You want to see them
Exactly.
you want to see them healthy. So, you do what you can, and take advantage of any assistance that's available, and definitely take time out for yourself to get some time when they're asleep or whatever.
Yes.
The book, watch some TV, whatever, meditate, do whatever you gotta do.
Yes.
Mental self, your health, because mental health is definitely a very important thing that people need to pay attention to, because like you said, if you're not healthy, then you can't be, you're not going to be your children. It's just a little hard. And and us dads feel it too. We.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So
I know.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing power couple. Like you guys. Like, honestly, I was looking at your pictures with your family. Your family's beautiful. Your son is so handsome, and honestly, it's a blessing. You guys are amazing people.
Thank you. We appreciate that. And, we really just attribute it to, I shared this too. To God be the glory. That's all I can say.
Yes.
We've been, I feel like we have been through it all. I really do.
Yeah.
I feel like
God's giving you strength and
give him some more.
Yeah, just a little more. He knows exactly what he's doing. But
yeah, so but we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I appreciate
you
guys so much. I really do. And hopefully I get to meet you guys in person one day. And yes, and I definitely want to get some merch.
Oh, please.
Yes, for sure. Get us all matching, all my family matching sweatshirts.
That'd be wonderful. Yes. Well, thank you so much again, Leah. This has been amazing. I really appreciate just being a small part of your story, to be able to say that, there was a time where you were able to lift your head a little higher. And,
yes, you definitely gave me that opportunity.
We are honored to be to do that for you. And please keep in touch. You need anything in the future, please reach out. That's what we're here for. And
thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you again for being
you.
No problem.
Thank you guys so much. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Bye.
Happy New Year.
Bye-bye.
Bye.